Hi, welcome to my chess channel. Today's date is the 18th of April 2018. Boy, doesn't time fly. Here we go. Let's get into it because time does fly, so we better hurry up. And anyway, here we go. This is White. I'm David Weegenaar White here, and this is a Blitz game on chess.com that occurred on the Saturday of this week. And my opponent is very strong, a very high rating, I consider on chess.com. You can see that from the play. So here we go. I don't know what this opening is, so I don't know what we can call this opening. We can probably just call it the Owens defense for black, because black gets to determine what the opening is called. Whereas I'm just playing my normal gobbledygook. Here we go, f4. f5, my move. How dare they play f5 against me? I'm already panicking. But look at the struggle. Watch the struggle. It's really a great game. And by the way, black ends up with two queens. And I don't. And I can't say that I had this all worked out, that's for sure. B3 or B2 or not B2, that's from a grandmaster who wrote a thing about B2 or not B2. That is a question. Sounds like something, or a sonnet out of Shakespeare or something to that effect. Bishop A3, I want to get rid of my bad white squared bishop, because both my knights are good knights, but my bad bishop is always around somewhere. Knight D5. Now if black takes this pawn here now, then they will lose material, because I will take the queen, I think that's right. If this, then I'm already a piece up, aren't I? Yes, that's right. New variation. I take the queen, and now I can just take the knight back. Okay, and so the piece count is in my favour. I'm one whole piece up. So black cannot afford to play knight takes e3. It's an error, even though it might be looking like quite a good idea. I'm just one step ahead. So anyway, here we go. Queen e7 and queen d2. I've got to defend this pawn. c4, and if the knight moves to here, I'm just going to biff it away with a3. So the knight doesn't move there, sorry computer. And what the computer calls this, the Fritz 11 calls this, is a regular opening. And I probably would agree with that. Knight c3, so it's good because the computer doesn't know what we should play for white or black. d5. Now this pawn and its properties become a little bit of an issue in the whole game. In fact, the whole game just about centers around this pawn on d5. So I want to be a little bit cheeky and place my knight into e6, even though it's very tenable, dear freshman. It's very tenable. It's outpost there on e6, because if I place it there, I do have to watch out for just moves like bishop d5 and queen e6 and so forth. So anyway, rook fe8, rook f3. So everything's all kind of okay. Here I get asked the question, of course, and the horse gets asked the question, of course, which it's not a horse, it's a knight. of where to go, and sadly there's only one place to go that I want to go, and it's not exactly the best thing in the world. Knight e6. Now I thought that this is almost no good, or totally no good. I just thought this is really good for black, and it probably is. So bishop c8 came. So there are, once I take, if the bishop or knight take on d5 and relieve my defense of my knight on e6, if you get what I mean, then after this capture, say we'll just show you knight d5, queen e6. You see, I've got knight d6, but I'm not terribly rapt about this for white. But this is when I start to look at it, is a wee bit of a threat, isn't it? So this is no good. So my opponent maybe played correctly. So bishop c8, and now go bishop c4, supporting the knight on e6 with this diagonal piece, the bishop, which is my good one. It's my very, very good one. And here we've got, if this, then bishop d5, knight d5, queen d5, and then black could play bishop e6, which is possible, queen d6, and so forth. Different game altogether. So white's not met with liquidating. From black's hand. Rook b8. So this is now possibly a threat, or I believe it is a threat now. Just knight lifting the pawn. Okay, so that's what black's threatening here. So I take the knight on c7, I'm chickening out. So here I waste a wee bit of time, or tempo in chess, but I'm not sure if it's really that important, but it possibly is. Here I play bishop f1, but the bishop returns to the diagonal back up again shortly hereafter. Okay, so I've wasted time. I might have changed my mind and thought, oh, hang on, I'll go after this f pawn, because I'm threatening the f pawn, of course, but I'm actually not sure what's going on, really. I think that I'm going to lose something here. But all the way, black allowed me to get away with some things that I don't think are very good for white. So here I go knight d4, because the just to be frankly honestly basic, white cannot have their knight lifted on d4 by black because of queen takes queen, where the red arrow shows. So I play knight d4, and my opponent plays to queen d8 from Poland, this Polish player I was playing. So now what do I do now? Okay, I'll go knight e6. So therefore, if bishop e6, d e6, and rook e6, well, firstly I can just play queen f5 if I so wish, or I can play queen here. I'm just going by, this is done, as Kasparov says, without my intuition working here, generally speaking, because when the game of chess is over, the intuition turns off, which is a bit sad really, because then it makes it look like I don't know how to play chess, which frankly I'm still learning. Queen here is possible, other than there, or rook here looks quite cool, if it's white's move of course. So here black has to defend the rook on e6 because it's attacked twice. So I can just about play that, but I can't because the x-ray of the position doesn't work in my favour, because the rook can't take back, and the rook sort of indirectly defending the rook on d6, but not really, it's just fantasy line. Here we've got moves like this possible. Okay, so that's quite cool, but we're just going to enter into a drawish position, or very favourable for black in my opinion, because look at this pawn here that's protected past. This pawn is going to be marching very soon, and this rook can come here, and I think it's white's move here, so white has to be very fast in regards to getting out of this, else they're just in a lost position. So this is going to be exchanges and that sort of thing, and either or, and black takes the other one or starts pushing the b pawn, which isn't an ideal thing to do yet till the rook gets behind the pawn. Right, that's my wee bit of analysis here, which is, that's quite cool, isn't it? But it's probably a resulting loss for white with proper play from black. Now actually here black looks like they can just play this, but I don't know if they can. Yeah, they can't really. So that's just analysis. Thank you for watching. Now where do we get up to here? And now we go to the main line. Queen e7, Queen b2. Now there's obviously no Queen e6 check. I mean Queen e6, because it's not a check, because of Queen g7 checkmate for white. So that will not do. So white could have this removed this way, which they do. Rook e6. Now I go rook d5. I want complete activity. I want complete activity. Now here black could probably play this move. That's what I think. Queen f6. What's a queen swap? No way. No way, no way. And now I go Queen c2, attacking the f pawn on f5 twice with my rook and queen battery. Rook e4 defends the pawn on f5. Queen d3. Just being annoying. It's very good in chess to be annoying. And now black plays rook d8. Now I cannot play moves like this because the rook is defended by the queen on f6. So there's no pin on that pawn of the d pawn. There's no pin there. Queen b5. Now I'm just trying to clutch at straws here, to be honest. Queen e6, because it is a very important, very good player I'm playing. Queen b7, 2070 and something. Rook d7. Okay, queen c8 check. And so black wants to hang on to their pawn. Rook d3, grovelling. Rook a7. Sounded like something from Housey or something. Like I'm playing Housey. Rook, queen f8, and now I'm threatening rook d6. And the rook can't move away. It can move away, but it can't be too long because it has to watch this pawn here, which is rook g7 or queen g7 checkmate. Rook d7, king h2. I might as well stick my king somewhere safe because there's fireworks happening soon. c4, here we come, and rook c4. Now, is queen c4 better? No, probably not, because then I have what? What do I have if queen c4 attacking my rook on d3? I better do something about it real quick. I've got a couple moves, but there's one main move I would play. And the move is, if queen c4, then as the red arrow shows, queen f5 would probably be my main idea here. Because now, when the king moves, okay, it might just be, you get this, I get that. No, I got queen d7 now, and guess what? The renewed threat is on g7, so I actually want a rook. So that's no good for black. So they took with their rook on c4, h4. This is really, to be quite honestly frank with you, my best chance. But it might not be the best move, but I felt at this stage it's my best chance to be able to stick a rook into g6. But really, there's fireworks happening on the queen side here with this pawn prospect of becoming a queen, which, as I've already mentioned, does become one. So it's real touch and go right here, right now. Rook g6. Now probably black played wrong here. Probably black should try and play something like, I don't know, queen here. And I think I'm lost, aren't I? Aren't I lost here? Because this is the only move really, isn't it? To defend the c-pawn if I'm becoming a queen. But so, you know, I have to be bold even though it's probably lost here. Queen e3, this is a mistake. Possibly. Okay, it looks like it's going to be really good because black's going to get another queen. I go queen f5, queen, not check, yay, because if it was a check, I'm lost. As if this is a check, and it's just going queen c1 check, then up here, and queen c1 to g1 is checkmate. So that would be no good. I go rook e6 check, discovery on white's on black's king by moving rook e6 check. It's a discovery check. So black cannot do these sorts of things first yet. They have to look after their king. They play g6, I play queen g6, and here the game was finished. It could be from time control, I think it was, but this is not too bad for white anyway now, because this is quite good and mean. This is the thing about chess. Sorry about that. That's my phone. And this is once like sorry about that. And that's the thing about my phone messages. I shouldn't have it in here. So anyway, here it's quite a mean way for white to beat black here, and I can just lift the queen next move, and then I'm a whole rook up if I want to. That's not whether or not I will or not is another thing. There's another thing here too I've just noticed. Thank you very much for that interruption. Checkmate. Okay, even though I'm a queen down in this case. Okay, so that's the end of my session, and I hope you did enjoy it. I certainly enjoyed that game. It was like a very hard fight to play that game there in Blitz Chess on chess.com. So thank you very much for visiting. I'll leave you with the finale, the Queen G6 checkmate.